Alright guys, well welcome back to the channel. We're here on Grand Lake today. We had a guide trip yesterday and we went out, and wouldn't you know it, every stinking crappie guide on the lake was hitting the same brush piles as me. How many times has that happened to you guys? I guarantee you this happens. You guys go out there on a Friday morning and you go out to your favorite spots and bam, boom, 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 there's somebody on them. Happens all the time. Well, all that means for me is we're just going to go scouting. We're going to go find some more new spots, continually looking, continually trying to find better spots so we can stay on top of these crappie. So right now it's the beginning of August. You know, it's still hot outside. These crappie are still in this summer pattern, and I did a video about how to catch tough summer crappie. It's the one with the fire, where I had fire coming out and all that stuff, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys like that or not. I'm just kind of I'm like a geek redneck. I don't know if there's any other geek rednecks out there. If there are, fist bump. That's my people right there. You know, just like anything else, whenever you start getting into something and doing it multiple times, you know, over and over and over, you know, you start liking it. And that's kind of what happened with the video editing. When you love something, or you like something, or you have a passion for something, you will go learn it. And I don't know anybody in the professional fishing world. I did my own research, Googled everything. I've read the books, went out and done all that, you know, and the reason we do this channel, the whole reason we do this channel, it's for those guys that have been getting into fishing, maybe been doing it 1, 2, 3 years, and they're still struggling. They're going out there, they're beating up these brush piles, they're trying to find the crappie, and they're just constantly still giving you problems. You can't find them, that kind of thing. You know, I've been there, I've done that, but that's what this channel is all about. All right guys, so I get a lot of people ask me, you know, why I started this channel, and you know, what made me start getting into guiding and fishing and all that stuff. So what you guys need to know about me is I grew up fishing boat docks on Fort Gibson Lake. My grandma actually had a boat dock, and then my cousins had boat docks lined up right beside each other. And I grew up fishing these docks since I was 5 years old, and we put brush piles under them every year, and I learned about crappie fishing. I remember when I was 14 years old, sitting in my grandma's boat dock and talking to her, just having conversations. You know, those were some of the best days of my life. I remember that. You know, I just love spending quality time with my grandma, getting to talk to her and everything. But she's really the one that started my crappie fishing addiction. You know, that's really where it all began. So as I got older, I started fishing other lakes, Skiatook, Oologah. I would drive up to Cedar Point Marina, put my boat in there, and I'd fish the south side of Grand. There weren't really a lot of crappie fishermen on Grand. So that's one of the reasons I chose to come here to Grand, to be a guide at Grand. All right guys, so tip number one that I have for you guys today is be a fisherman that goes to the fish. Don't be a fisherman that lets the fish come to you. Now what I mean by that is you have to get up and you have to go scout and scan new areas constantly. There's going to be certain spots that crappie like to be in as the seasons change and all that. And if you're one of those guys that just waits on the fish to come to these certain areas, you're only going to be able to fish for crappie, you know, maybe 1 or 2 months out of the year, because that's the only months that they're going to populate those areas that you always fish. There's always been fishermen that wait for fish to come to them, and then there's fishermen that have always went and found new fish. So they actually put in the work to go find the fish. And especially with this new technology coming out, I think if you're not going out and learning how to find fish with this live scope and learning how to catch them with the live scope, I think you're going to get left behind. I think the days of sitting back and waiting on fish to come to you and come to your spots, I think those days are over. I really do. But if you guys have any tips, tricks that you use that's related to summertime crappie fishing or scouting for these crappie in the summer, let me know down in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you and hear what you guys do to go chase these summer slabs.